Have you ever noticed how overwhelming life feels when everything is swirling around in your head? But the moment you write things down or decide on just one small next step, your body relaxes and your mind begins to calm. And that's not a coincidence, because overwhelm isn't always necessarily caused by having too much to do. It can be caused by a lack of clarity. And today we're going to gently change that. Hi, I'm Dave, and welcome to Dave's MindCraft, recording in a different location today. This is a space for caring and overwhelmed minds, especially when life feels busy and overthinking takes over. And here we slow things down and find calm and clarity and build a more positive and resilient mindset. And today we're exploring this C in MindCraft, and if this is the first video of mine you've watched, you can get an overview of the MindCraft framework within this channel, so please do check it out. Okay, so clarifying your next steps. This is a point where intention becomes direction, and direction becomes gentle, meaningful action. And many people believe they feel stuck because they are unmotivated, low in confidence, lacking in discipline, or simply uncertain what to do next. But in my experience, that's not always the case. Many people feel stuck because they're trying to hold on to too much in their mind at once. And they're asking questions like, what should I do first? What if I choose the wrong thing? What if I make a mistake? And when the mind doesn't have a clear answer, it often defaults to freeze, avoid, or overthink. And clarity removes that internal friction. It tells your nervous system, I know where I'm going next, and I can handle this. Now, it's important to emphasize at this point that clarity is not a life plan. Clarifying your next steps does not mean having your whole life figured out. You don't need a 5-year plan at this point. You don't need certainty about the final destination. You only need clarity on the next gentle, meaningful step forward. Think of it like walking in fog. You don't need to see the whole path, just the next few feet in front of you. Now, I'd like to share a technique that fits beautifully here, and it's called the well-formed outcome process. And in simple terms, it helps your mind turn vague hopes into clear, achievable outcomes that feel safe, realistic, and motivating. And we'll combine this with another technique called chunking down, as in breaking something big and overwhelming into smaller, more manageable pieces. And this is perfect for clarity. So, step 1 is about moving from problem to outcome. And the first shift is subtle but powerful. Instead of asking what's wrong or what am I stuck with, we gently ask, what do I want instead? For example, instead of I feel overwhelmed and exhausted, we move to I want to feel calmer and more in control of my days. And this tells your brain where to aim. So take a moment now and quietly ask yourself, what do I want more of right now? Not what you want to stop, but what you want to experience. And then step 2, make it within your control. And the next part is essential for emotional safety, because a well-formed outcome is something you can influence. So rather than I want other people to change, we move to I want to respond differently, or I want to make one supportive change for myself. And by changing the language, this reduces frustration internally and restores a sense of personal power. So ask yourself, is this something I can take responsibility for? And if the answer is yes, you're on solid ground. Step 3 is about being specific but not overwhelming. Now we can clarify further. The mind responds better to specific direction than vague intention. Instead of I want to be healthier, we gently refine it to I want to go for a 10-minute walk 3 times a week. And this is where chunking down comes in. Big goals become calm steps. Then ask yourself, what is one small clear action that moves me in the right direction? Not the best step, not the perfect step, just the next step. And step 4, check how it feels in your body. And this is a step many people skip, but it's vital. Because when you imagine taking this step, notice what happens inside you. Does your body relax? Does it feel doable? Does it feel right? If it feels heavy, tight, or stressful, The step may be too big, and clarity should feel steady and not pressured. If you need to chunk it down again, that's fine. Smaller is often wiser. And then step 5, ecology check. Is this kind to the future you? And it simply means asking, is this step supportive of my overall well-being? Will it respect your energy, fit into your life, and support the person you're becoming? If the answer is yes, you found a well-formed next step. And this is why clarify your next step sits exactly where it does in the MindCraft framework that I created. You've already mapped where you are, inspired a direction, nurtured your mindset, built resilience, and now clarity turns all of that inner work into something practical and grounding. Not rushed action, not pressure, but aligned movement. So here's a gentle invitation for you today. Don't ask yourself, what should I do in my life? Instead ask, what is one kind, clear step I can take next? Now, write it down, say it out loud, and let it be enough. Because clarity creates confidence, and confidence builds momentum. Now, let me share something from my own experience here, because this isn't something I teach from theory alone. As I've got a little older, I've noticed that clarity has become more important to me than ever. And it's not because I can't cope, but because life is fuller. And there's more responsibility, more things competing for my attention, and more decisions to make. And I've learned something about myself through that. When I have too many options in front of me, my mind doesn't feel free. It actually feels confused. I start weighing everything up, second guessing myself, and wondering if I'm choosing the right thing. And that's often when overwhelm creeps in. And what I've come to realise is this, that clarity helps me make better decisions. Not faster ones, but calmer ones. And when I take a moment to slow down, cut through the noise, and gently ask myself, what actually matters most right now? Then everything changes. The mental clutter eases, and my body settles, and I'm able to move forward without that constant sense of pressure. And when life is busy, when there's a lot going on, a lot being asked of you, and a lot happening around you, clarity becomes an anchor. It doesn't remove the demands of life, but it gives you a steadier way to meet them. And that's why I believe clarity isn't a luxury, it's actually a form of self-care. So if this video has helped you find a little more clarity today, please be gentle with yourself and take that one small step when it feels right. And remember, you don't have to see the whole path, just the next step. So if you'd like more support, more tools and more calm guidance like this, you're very welcome to subscribe to the channel. And if you know someone who might benefit from this kind of video who needs some support right now in this area, please feel free to share it with them too. I'm Dave and you've been watching Dave's MindCraft. Thank you for being here and take good care and be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.